I know you're gonna make it look awesome.
It's gonna be great. That was cool.
I'm Dr. Lynn Short. I am originally from Osceola, Iowa, small town in southern Iowa. Born and raised on a in a small community, farming community, and I grew up with 2 older brothers and 2 older sisters. I'm the youngest of 5. My dad was in agriculture at Iowa State University and did 4-H extension service, and my mother was a banker. That's a little bit about my background.
Now, Dr. Short, how did you get into education?
So I originally didn't go into education when I graduated from high school. I actually went into the business world thinking that I just wanted to make a lot of money. But my experiences at college led me to be working with a student that had some disabilities, and I just really connected with that individual and realized that that was my calling. And I did it as an opportunity to make a little extra money on the side, and ended up just falling in love with being able to help others. And so I immediately changed my course and went into education, and specifically special education. I actually had a multiple degree in elementary education, physical education, and then special education. I wanted to be really marketable when I got my diploma.
All right, and do you enjoy working with high school students?
I do. I love working with high school students. So I've had a unique opportunity of working with elementary, middle, and high. So most of my career has been in elementary, but I've been here at Callaway High School for the last 8 years, and was very nervous about joining high schoolers because the little ones are a lot of fun, and they love you and hug your leg and all of that. But I couldn't be more proud of my time here at Callaway and the work that I've done with high schoolers. I've just grown exponentially as an administrator, as a person, and helping our young youth continue on their path to success out there in the real world.
All right. And speaking of like administration, what are some obstacles that you've had faced on your journey to become an administrator here at Callaway High?
Obstacles. So, huge obstacle is just learning high school information and being able to understand credits. At elementary, you pass classes. In high school, you actually have to gain a certain amount of credits. So that was a steep learning curve for me coming to high school. But just some of the obstacles that I've had is just trying to create a balance in being a very strong disciplinary and administrator, and ensuring that students are doing the right thing, and also developing those relationships with students so that they know that they have somebody in their corner. And so that balance between being firm and modeling and being somebody there that can help guide the young individuals to be successful has just been probably my biggest challenge.
Yeah, so having like that help from you coming from middle school up to high school, learning all this behavioral like differences and credits is really hard, and you just make that a whole lot easier on us as a person. let's get out of these serious questions and let's get more into questions about your hobbies. Starting off, what is your favorite hobby?
My absolute favorite hobby is golfing. So golfing has been a great stress relief for me. I try to get out on the course at least once a week. It's probably one of those sports that is very challenging and frustrating, and there are times you want to hit a bad shot and you want to say, forget this game, and you want to break your club over and then you have a shot that's just absolutely beautiful. You almost hit a hole in one, and that's what keeps me going back for more.
As much as that would be fun to see you break a club over your knee, let's get with the next question. Who's your favorite athlete?
So with golfing, I have always been a huge fan of Tiger Woods. I'm anxiously waiting to see if he will be able to make a return from his injuries. But to be honest with you, the most athletic things that I follow is our students that have graduated right here from Callaway High School and gone on to play at the next level. Those are my favorite athletes. A Terry Godwin and a KJ and Tank Bigsby and Braylon Sanders. Those are who I follow because it's more meaningful for me to see these young men grow up and just have just incredible careers ahead of them. So those are my favorite athletes.
With all of the athletes that you've seen graduate, is there one in particular that is your favorite team?
Well, I am a Georgia Bulldog fan through and through, but I'll have to root for Ole Miss and Auburn and those when they're not playing Georgia. I'm an Iowa State University, being from Iowa, and my dad working for Iowa State University. True and true, that's where my heart lies, but being in the South and being in Georgia for the last 26 years, I've kind of transformed into a Bulldog.
So you go for everybody.
If I have a reason, if there's a connection to a team, I'm going to support the team the best that I can.
All right, and back to the topic of golf. Saying that is your favorite sport. Top 3 golfing spots.
Well, I play at the Fields a lot just because it's local. I also travel down to Fort Benning. They used to have 3 9-hole courses, so I could get in an extra 9 every time I went down there. They don't anymore. And Point University has been a recent place that I've been golfing. With the new university, they have taken over a golf course there, and it's a pretty fun little 18-hole.
And back into the serious conversation, who's your biggest inspiration?
My parents. My parents would have to be definitely, especially my mother. I've watched my mother sacrifice a lot in raising 5 children and staying home and being a stay-at-home mom, and then also, just the work that she had to do with 5 little ones that were all under the age of 5 and under. And then to grow up and watch her be just an incredible role model for me. She is probably one of the most Christian, just her beliefs in solid foundation and family and love and giving the shirt off your back and helping others in the community has always been something that I've admired about her. And probably one of the most recent things that have continued to influence me, even though I'm an adult myself, but continues to make me want to be a better person, is watching her take care of my father, who suffered from Alzheimer's, and the patience and love that I could see between my parents, even after my dad didn't recognize any of us, and the dedication to him and their love of after 50 plus years of marriage she's just a true inspiration to me every day.
So being influenced by your parents and being able to influence your students, what is your future goal?
I want every student that I've had contact with to know that the world and the opportunities that await them and I want them to truly believe in themselves and not let any barriers or things come in their way, that no matter what their situation may be or how successful or unsuccessful they might have been in high school, there's so much that they can do to be productive and to have meaningful opportunities to impact others as they grow and develop into young men and women. I truly believe that everybody has a place and the potential to impact other people's lives on a daily basis.
You've done so much stuff for these people these past 8 years at Callaway, making memories and inspiring people. It all has to come to an end at some point, which is a hard topic. What do you plan on doing after retirement?
So yes, I am retiring January 1st of this school year. And my intent after 30 years in education is to just take a little bit of time for me. I plan on spending a lot of time with my family back in Iowa. That's where I need to be, and being with family, and I'm hoping to perfect some aspects of my golf game in the meantime.
Since it is coming so soon, we want for you to have a send-off message for the high schoolers, and what's like a message you can give them, something to inspire them before you leave.
Well, first of all, Callaway High School students, I've said this for the last 8 years, we have incredible kids here. I'm just so very fortunate to be a part of Callaway High School and to have been a part of the transformation. You know, we're sitting in the CTAE hallway, and to walk down this hallway and see the state-of-the-art labs and equipment, and that we have animals outside in a barn, just makes me proud. Would I have ever realized that some of the things that we've accomplished here at Callaway would have come to fruition? I never imagined. So my message to students would be is always believe. Even if you think that the impossible, it's impossible and you cannot reach that goal, you can. It takes time, it takes patience, but always believe and keep striving to be the very best you can be.
Thank you, Dr. Short, for everything you've done for me and every other student at Callaway for these past 8 years, and every student you teach in these past 30 years of education. We hope that this chapter in life is rewarding for you.
Well, it's an honor to be interviewed by a young man that I've seen grow over the last couple of years, that got to throw a pie in my face last week and always tells me that I'm his favorite. So it's been a pleasure to spend this time with you.
I remember, Cavs, be courteous,
Be capable,
be cooperative, and
always be
Callaway.
Callaway.